All right, we'll start with in-person questions. Go ahead and start with any questions for players.
Candace, getting this triple double in your first game back, in this arena, what was the significance of that for you?
I think we were just about getting the dub. Since I've been on the Sky, like we haven't beat LA. So I think that's just what it was, is just getting a road win however we can. I know how many weapons I have around me. I know how many weapons we have on the squad. So it's just about getting the best shot that we can.
And then walking out, you stopped to take a lot of pictures, including one with a baby, signed a lot of autographs. What did that mean to you to get that welcome back here?
Well, first of all, it's amazing to be back in Staples. It'll always be Staples to me. It's not going to be crypto.com. And just the fans, and, you know, this is home. This is where my family lives. This is where I love coming back to. And so, you know, it's definitely bittersweet to be back because, you know, it is a part of, you know, our past. Layla gets mad every time she turns on the game and sees somebody sitting in her too close. I see. So those are her seats. So, you know, it's a family thing. So it was amazing to have my kids on the court and to be able to, you know, see some of the fans that have watched me kind of grow up.
What did it feel for you just coming through those tunnels, and what was the thoughts going through your head as you were getting prepared for the game, especially seeing everybody that's familiar with you, you know, being here?
It was hard turning left on the second turn instead of the first one to go into the locker room. I think my teammates were asking me where I normally sit, and I'm like, I've never been on this side of the locker room. I think it was, like I said, bittersweet. You know, I spent 13 years here, 13 amazing years, and I wouldn't change that for anything. So I have love for the franchise, for the city, and what we were able to do in this building.
Trace, I spoke with Tracy Moreland, who was the global director for Adidas, and she said about you was the fact of not only what you do on the basketball court, but off the court as far as your impact, as far as working with the youth, as far as working with young people, as well as just impacting people in general. You have somebody that company that you also represent. What does that mean for you to hear those words?
It means a lot. I mean, both of us are three-stripe athletes. I've been with Adidas since I came into the league. And, you know, I think just in terms of a brand, representing a brand, being a part of a brand and a culture, I think we realize how special the culture is there and how much we all are doing our part to grow the game. And especially on this historic day. I mean, 50 years ago, Title IX was enacted. And, you know, I don't take that lightly for all of those that open the doors for us to be able to do what we love consistently.
You guys just had a history-making game a couple of days ago up in Vegas. How much of that affect your emotions coming down here to the crypto arena tonight? A big win like that.
I think we're a team that, like, we're a seasoned, I won't say old.
Count me out of that.
Listen, it's coming, 30's coming for you. We're a seasoned team. And I think you can't ever get too high, you can't ever get too low. And I think that that's what we're mastering within the game because of our success last year. We could have thrown in the towel last year and been 16-16 and maybe won a couple games in the playoffs, but we didn't. Like, we shifted our mindset. And I think that that's like where that champion mentality comes in. And I think as long as we control our emotions, I think we're able to be in or out of every game. And I think that's our power. And we just have to figure out which one it's going to be.
And my last question for you is that I'm just having emotional thoughts. I was thinking about from the first year you ever played here, and it's kind of funny seeing you in a different uniform. But for you as a player, what are some of the words of encouragement you have for other players that have made it to your plateau as a two-time WNBA champion? But words of encouragement for them to stay in this league?
You get to play basketball. Like, I get to go to work every day. And through the ups and downs, like, if you look at, you know, other careers, there's nothing I would rather be doing. I think it's a job that we all love. I mean, sure, like, there's tough days. I mean, 5:00 a.m. flights and your knees hurting and, you know, all that stuff. But I think the love for the game, I think, pushes all of us, and setting goals. And, you know, I mean, when you win, you want to do it again.
Yeah.
So I think that that's the thing. Like, if you taste it, you
Yeah.
like, you want to do it again.
Thank you.
You being a seven-time All-Star and obviously having an All-Star game back in Chicago in your hometown, playing for your hometown team, like, what were your thoughts when you first got the news of, you know, you being an All-Star and fans actually voting for you and, you know, getting behind you and supporting you out there?
I can't wait for my teammates to join me. I definitely think that we should have at least 2 more as starters, just what we've done consistently in this league. I know Kai and Sloot will be in Chicago, but they should be starters. So I just think that consistently, you know, Chicago has the All-Star game, and there's going to be so much excitement around it. But at some point we have to recognize greatness. We have to recognize what Sloot does consistently every single night.
Yes.
We have to understand how we spread the wealth, how we have 5 potential players on the court at every time that could probably drop 20, but we don't. We share the rock. And I think that that's a testament to the way we play and how much we want to win. And so I hope that, you know, it's the case and we can get at least 2, maybe even 3. I mean, to be second in the league and we have 1, like, I just don't think that makes sense. So I'm looking forward to my teammates to be a part of it and us have an amazing All-Star. We're going to represent in Chicago. Oh, we about to represent. It's about to be the best All-Star game. Oh, it's going to be.
Last Anderson.
I mean,
You guys did seem confident out there tonight. Do you feel like this team is hitting another level in terms of just that synergy, that rhythm, and a new level of confidence?
I think we just spoke before the game about just continuing to get better. It's important for us to, once we start to feel good, that we just continue to grow, continue to go up another notch. So I think it's about us trying to be consistent, but also getting better out there. So I think, you know, we're all just holding each other accountable and trying to grow out there and continue to get better.
Last 2, we'll go to Michelle Vopel on ESPN on Zoom. Michelle?
Yeah, thank you. You know, Candace, I know you've put really all your focus on the team accomplishment. But this is historic in terms of you're the first player in WNBA history to have 3 triple doubles. I know you talked earlier this year about the pride you take in your versatility. Do you think that's really the key in terms of you being able to do this and have a feat like this?
I'm just appreciative of my teammates. I love being a playmaker. I think just in terms of trying to get the right shot and get the correct shot and get the best shot and get the best look. You know, we're a team that can shoot, can get to the paint, can play in secondary, can play in motion. And that's the way I like to play. And that's part of the reason why I came here, is to be able to play like that. And I think the game is changing. And I think we're going to see very soon this on a nightly basis where Sabrina's scratching the surface, you know, Sloot, I mean, you know, she scratches the surface quite often. We're going to see those playmakers that are going to have the ball in their hand. And, you know, so I don't know how long I'm going to hold on to this, but, you know, I'm grateful for this opportunity to play on the team where we can spread the wealth.
Last
Thank
question,
you.
Carly Bell, Marquee. Carly?
Hey, Candace and Kalia, I think this was probably the most cohesive defensive game that we've seen out of you guys, especially coming off of that Aces win. What do you think what is clicking for you guys defensively, especially over just these past 2 games?
We're just out there communicating. I think that this game, we wanted, like I said before, we wanted to build on Vegas, and it was important for us down the stretch to get stops. And we got stops last game, and then we just came out here with a defensive mindset on continuing to get better at that. But I think that we were out there communicating defensively and rebounding, which was very important in order to start our break. So.
All right, thanks.
Good to see you, man. It's great to see you.
Here, we'll start with in-person questions for Coach.
You go ahead.
Thanks. First of all, I had a chance to talk to the first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
On the championship. And now, as I spoke to Candace, you guys had a historic moment up in Las Vegas to come back to do it too. And they brought that same defensive energy tonight to beat the Sparks. So what was you pleased about for you guys?
I was pleased that we came out with a sense of urgency and we put them on their heels to start the game. I was also pleased that we kept it going. I think, we were in that situation the other night where we were going into the second quarter with a big lead. And I just, reminded them that we were in the other situation. So if you have a team that's hungry enough, they're going to keep the pedal to the metal. So I wanted us to stay aggressive. And I thought they did a good job of doing it.
And what do you think has been the key to you guys' success so far this season? What you guys been playing?
Our chemistry is really good. We have, high IQ players that really want to do the best for the team. So players are doing their best to play as hard as they can, and they are sacrificing at the same time, and they understand what they're sacrificing for. So leadership's been great. And, our coaches, they don't get enough credit, but they've been doing a really good job with the game plan. So I was proud of them for the game plans they've laid out and making it simple for the players to actually execute.
Thank you,
All right.
Candace coming back to LA for the first time, did you see anything from her pregame, whether she was nervous, excited, if you look different to you at all?
No, I don't think so. I was so focused on the scout and, just us, the game plan. I don't think I noticed anything out of the ordinary. I wanted it to be a good night for her, though. I think everybody wanted it to be a good night for her. And, they want to play for her because, I've never won here as a head coach. And it helps when you have Candace on your team. No, but I think, we just want to build on the momentum that we created 2 days ago.
You talk about just the unselfishness of this team. Obviously, the focus on Candace, her coming back to Los Angeles for the first time, but she made an effort and a point to say, you know what, there's 5 players that can score, 20 plus points, but you guys defer to one another. What does that chemistry come from, and how does that be able to develop where you guys get successful this whole season?
I mean, winning championship helps, and you let them know what the end goal is. But you have players, veteran players who've done a lot in this league, and they know that at the end of the season, the good or bad feelings only come from if you win or not. So you can get all the individual success you want, but at the end of the day, if you don't win, then it doesn't feel as great. But so they do a good job of spreading the message on, like trickling on down. So we've done that ever since I've been here, sacrifice, and we've built something special. We just want to keep it going.
Candace is the first player in the WNBA to have 3 triple doubles.
Yeah.
What's it like waking up as her coach every day?
I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know. I feel very fortunate. Everybody, you talk about like all these great coaches, but great players make great coaches, and I know she's made me good. So so to this point, and I know if one day maybe I can be great if I keep coaching great players, but right now I feel pretty good. You feel pretty good waking up, and you have players like her in your corner. So it's and not preparing against her, so it's pretty cool.
Any more in person? Any questions over Zoom? All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, cool.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, Scott. I appreciate it. You too. I get used to that, man.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.